Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to Truman Esports semifinals NACE playoffs. Today we are in for quite the spectacle. Today we'll be facing off against UDEM, that stands for the University of Montreal, or Université de Montréal, because it is in fact in the French Canadian province of Quebec, I am quite certain. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the action. Oh, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I completely forgot one critical aspect of the overlay, and that was starting up a little back-end thing. So for now, we will have to stick to this. In the next game, we should be good to go with the real overlay. My apologies. Starting right off, it is a dead even start, about a minute 15 into the half. But there we go. The first shot on net seems to go a little bit wide and allowing Sakuyoshi to take the ball out midfield. Captain Polo denying any further aggression, but Drebe there to follow it up. And JJ, they're just trading touches on the ball. Bus knocking it up past to Sakuyoshi, gets 50'd with Captain Polo and lines it up straight center for Truman to take the shot. Polo able to get the ball out of danger in the nick of time. Sakuyoshi getting a passing play over to Dreyston, who's passing it over back to Bus, who's taking the finishing shot, lands just wide of the net. Bebe trying to regress the ball, going in once again. Captain Polo preventing that ball from landing in front of the net. Truman's attack coordination just looking flawless, and with one little miss, just the slightest misplay from UDEM, the punish comes through for Truman State, putting one on the board. Here comes out the second play of the match, hitting the corner in a way to launch the ball straight into the air. It's Drebe versus Polo, and it looks like that ball is going straight up for a 50. Bus trying to take a shot, but beat out slightly by the UDEM players. Drayson as the last defender manages to 50, putting it up mid, and Bus able to beat out Polo, putting the ball over towards an open net. Captain Polo making it just back in time to prevent that ball from going in for a second for Truman State. Getting a little scrappy here up at the net as 3 shot attempts come out for Truman State. Sakuyoshi dismissing the ball into the corner and taking possession, hitting it out towards the mid player. JJ going up for an aerial play, but Bus able to put it back into the corner once again, where Drayson cradles the ball and launches it back into the offense for Truman State. Off the backboard, hits the top crossbar, just barely shy of the net. And Bus as the last player. Hope let rest in his hands, but UDEM making it past and evening the score 1-1. Sakuyoshi, even with 0 boost, managing to put the ball up towards the net of UDEM, putting on a lot of pressure. The ball comes hurling back towards the Truman State side of the map, but Dreyston able to catch it and throw it across the field. Sakuyoshi receiving the ball, trying to put it over top of the net. The most dangerous place the ball can be for defenders. But unfortunately, no dice. Takayoshi trying to hit it off the wall, passing it over to Dreyston. However, gets beat out by Captain Polo. Bus taking a shot on net with the result of that play and going for some boost starving, a tactic where you are able to deplete the defense of their boost by, well, boosting over all of their boost pads, of course.
I'm good.
Grayson making a passing play over towards Bus, lands a bit high, and Grayson as the last defender now is going over towards the back net. Sakayoshi turning on this ball, trying to keep it onto the offense before anything can be made of it from UDEM. Jason just patiently waiting on the wall. Sakayoshi trying to deflect at the corner, but the shot is a little bit too low. UDM put 2 on the board with 16 seconds left on the clock. Anything is possible, and anything has happened before. Can Truman State launch this into an overtime game 1? Takayoshi trying to put it past the defenders, but so far no luck. A 0-second goal would have to be made. Unfortunately, not happening. Game 1 going to UDEM after a very close game. Fun fact about UDEM, last semester we had faced another one of the Rocket League teams, going all the way into the Game 5 of this series before clutching it out in the end. This, as a reminder, NACE playoff matches are best of 7, so it's the first team to land 4 wins to pull out into the finals. Yes, indeed, this is the semifinals for the NACE playoffs, and the winner is going up against University of Tennessee in the grand finals of this conference. Bus taking possession of the ball, a little double commit, and plus a bump, putting this very favorably for Truman State. Drayson able to take it off the wall. Is he going to set up for an aerial shot, or is he going for a pass? He is going for an air dribble, just getting swatted out by Dr. Love. Takayoshi putting it over 1, but the second able to meet him there. Pass to Sakayoshi, not warranting much, but it is able to keep this ball over on to the court of UDEM. Captain Polo trying to go for an aerial play, but he can't quite follow up all the way. Sakayoshi is able to capitalize and take possession of the ball, which now lies into the car of Bus, who's trying to put it past 3 defenders, manages to get it past 2, but not the 3rd. Grayson has the last back, able to dismiss it into the corner, taking a shot, 2 taking the shot on the ball, leaving a wide open net. Captain Polo is the last back. Is it able to go over top? No, it just hits the top of the crossbar, unfortunately. Drayston's shot hitting a little bit too close to the defenders, and they're able to easily defend the shot. This is definitely the fiercest competition that we have seen. during our time this semester. If you don't count CECC, of course. To be fair, those were Supersonic Legends. Takeyoshi trying to take a shot on ball. JJ faked out, and it is in. A little bit of friendly fire coming out as it ended up as a blue member putting the ball into the net. Bust to Captain Polo to the net. What a combo. One on the board for Truman State University in the second game. Can they manage the lead for the remaining 3 minutes? Little shot on net. Dismissed by JJ, who's now taking possession of the ball with an aerial carry and a pass to Captain Polo. Jason going for a bump, but doesn't seem to stop Captain Polo to going back to take the ball, of course. And then JJ to Drayston, Drayston to Captain Polo to Sakuyoshi, who tried passing it over towards Drayston, and that would have been a sweet shot on net. Dr. Love just inching out in front of us, trying to make something happen, but a few fakes coming out from both sides, keeping this ball towards the UDEM net. I'm wondering if the ball will meet that net again, and in fact it does. 2 minutes on the clock with 2 up on UDEM in this game too. When you start looking for coincidences like that, they start popping up everywhere. 2s everywhere right now. But can they make it 3? Truman starting this third score off on a very aggressive front. Buzz trying to set up for his teammates here. Does get a bump onto the defender, and Drayston puts the ball right into the net. Very well done. Very clean team execution coming out. You can tell that they have started warming up to each other's play styles, and the chemistry is definitely going a lot smoother than what we had seen at the beginning of the semester. That is progress. Once again, a successful kickoff for Truman State University, who's launching the ball right in front of the net of UDEM. It seems like UDEM might be a little bit panicky here, and a double fake coming out from Truman State, putting the Drebe as the last defender in an open net to put 1 on the board for UDEM. A demo alongside the current 50 that we saw definitely leads to that kind of situation. Looks like this ball is almost landing straight to the net. Dr. Love able to put it into the corner, but Sakuyoshi already waiting there, pinching it out towards the side of the field. JJ taking possession of the ball, starting a shot over into the net, and it lands in there. UDEM have brought this back and made it a close series, a competitive game, matter of fact. About 1:12 left on the board. Sakuyoshi trying to bump over the defender to leave an open net for Drayston. Whew. High level of aggression coming out from the UDEM team. But it look a little mistouch, allowing UDEM to stay on the offense here. Drayston trying to put the ball high, trying to delay this timer as long as it can go. Sakuyoshi landing, able to recover and take the ball out from above. I believe Captain Polo, JJ? I'm not sure. The shot lands a little bit wide. JJ trying to take a shot here onto the net, but Bus there able to stop any danger from appearing. A little whiff coming out. Captain Polo was the last one to take a shot on the ball before the 0 seconds start. All Sakuyoshi has to do is delay here. Once this ball touches the ground, we will have Truman State up 1-1 against UDEM. score was 3-2.
How do you know which kickoff is going to be? Something they have found for you. Go for a double.
It's like Bus going for a double tap, almost going in at the very start of the game 4. JJ trying to take a shot on towards net, but Bus able to pitch it a little bit higher than they anticipated. And Dr. Love just barely able to make it so that Drayson does not put the ball into the net. It's going off backboard, a very dangerous position for UDEM, but Captain Polo able to make something of it. Catapulting UDEM into the offense, and Truman into the defense, of course. Bus taking the ball around and getting a double commit out from UDEM, leaving less defenders back to save this ball. Fortunately, a missed touch coming out, warranting UDEM their first score in this game 4. Speaking of 4s, 4 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. Drayson starting this possession with an aerial carry off to the backboard. Captain Polo able to knock it into the corner, but Sakayoshi able to directly follow it up, trying to make a pass to mid. Unfortunately, no one there to intercept, except for UDEM players. Bus taking shot on net, hits top left, but Captain's already there. Sakayoshi able to clean up the job and put one on the board for Truman State. Score is 1-1. Oh, sheesh! What an excellent play coming out from Sakayoshi. Just able to doink it into the midfield for Bus to, to put the ball into an empty net. Still on the board, Truman State. Let's go, Bulldogs. Grayson pinching it into the corner. Bus able to make a pass over towards the right side of the field. No one there but Drayson trying to touch it into the midfield. And Captain Polo taking possession of the ball. A flip reset coming out quite respectfully, but nothing coming of it except for Drayson in possession. Ball rolling up the corner. I personally thought it was going to bounce out. Leading Jay to do an aerial carry over towards the net of Truman State University. However, it does get swatted out. And Bus trying to put this onto the backboard. The most dangerous placing a beat. It rolls against the ramp, and now Drayson just trying to bump the goalie after whiffing that first shot.
Yeah.
It's a very explosive Truman State that we are seeing in this game 4. Backs against the wall. They have their claws out and the, fangs bare. Grayson going on a demo against, I believe, Dr. Love. Hitting the backboard, but with that demo, there's no players on the side of UDEM to kind of follow up against it. Now Drayson on the offense, just trying to keep this ball here, trying to distract the players while his teammates get into position. A volley off the backboard from Sakayoshi. Oh, and a shot just barely wide. He's bust onto a 50, which lands the ball into Drayson's hands. Another 50 coming out, letting Sakayoshi just bang this ball over towards the other side of the court. Very bump-heavy playstyle coming out from Truman State this time around. Oh! Looked like an accidental pinch, but almost turned into something beautiful, with Drayson almost in the right position to make something work. Bringing the ball around the corner allows JJ to set up Dr. Love. Oh, sorry, Captain Polo to set up Dr. Love for a shot into the net. A minute 36 left on the clock, a similar place that we've been before with Truman State 1 up on the scoreboard. Kickoff going into the favor of, well, it's not quite certain yet, but Drayson pushing the ball into the UDEM territory is making a statement for Truman State. Captain Polo taking possession of the ball. It's landing into the hands of Bus, who gets past Captain Polo, but at the cost of his own life. Takayoshi able to dismiss it out, and now it's in the defender's hands of Truman State. JJ is last defender back. When's it going to happen? It's a fake, and the ball just goes crawling across the open net. Open net. Dr. Love able to stop anything dangerous from happening, but a team combo coming out from Sakurayoshi and Bus, just putting that fourth score into the net. Beautiful stuff. "49 seconds left on the clock. A demo coming out from from Truman State. Purely calculated, certainly. Oh, it's a very accurate shot coming out, almost putting it into the net. Unfortunately, no dice quite yet. That was something of beauty. I was trying to make the ball into a weird position against the Truman, or against the UDEM defenders. Just trying to eat up as much time as possible. With every second that passes, the chance of a comeback just dwindles. And with that scoreline 2-4, Truman State take their second game, tying up the series once again. The scoreline was 4-2. We come into the game 5. We're going to see. Well, normally this is game 5, best of 5, something that we would see in the qualifying matches, but we have up to 2 games after this one, so 3 total. JJ trying to make a carry pass over to Dr. Love. Bus does get beaten out, but Sakurayoshi there able to follow up not once but twice. A hero for Truman State. Dr. Love trying to push it back towards mid, but it's just giving possession to Drayson, who's going to follow up with this 50. No, he backs out. He respects the presence that Dr. Love has into that corner. 50 going in favor of Truman State. Captain Polo's last defender back is able to succeed in the defense. Bus taking a shot on net. Dr. Love once again able to make something of it, and Drayson just slotting it. No! Captain Polo just doing an incredible save once again. Trying to push UDEM into the into the advantage, but so far it is a stalemate. Something about Game 5 is that it is a test of endurance, and it is a test of adaptation. Which team can add up against the other while not getting too fatigued. And so the teams that can do both are the teams that are going to win. Bus getting a 50 in favor of Truman State, but Dr. Love able to take that ball and launch it into the field of the Bulldogs. Yes. Dr. Love trying to do a fake out play. He does still keep possession of the ball and is in fact going for an aerial play here. Unfortunately does whiff the ball, but so does our Truman State defender. Drebe. Sakuyoshi beating out both Captain Polo and JJ, leaving an open net. Only one stands, and that is Dr. Love. Captain Polo actually coming around in the narrowest of times. And Sakuyoshi tanking a shot, landing wide, but allowing Dreyston to follow up, passing the ball off to the backboard, where Captain Polo has unfortunately missed the ball. Sakuyoshi passing it over to Dreyston. Dreyston making a shot low, unfortunately, landing right into the hands of Captain Polo. I will say UDEM has an immaculate defense. They have made save after save despite the odds, despite the beauty coming out from these shots. JJ trying to make something out of this, but the defense on both sides just looking stone cold. Here comes the next attempt from Truman State. Back pass out to Dreyston. Sakuyoshi able to get a second touch to stop the ball in his tracks, but no teammate there to follow up. JJ's 50 launching it towards UDEM's court once again. Ball in the court, but can anything be done with it? Despite an empty net, it looks like Truman State was able to deflect the ball into the corner, and Sakuyoshi with an open net himself. No, Dr. Love there at the very last second. Captain Polo able to put it past two. It looks like Dreyston's last defender back goes right over his head, but Sakuyoshi able to come, swoops in, and pats the ball away from that net. Dreyston has possession. No, it was his bus who takes the shot down the court. And Sakuyoshi, his last defender back, succeeds in his task, just delaying until his other teammates can get back. And John putting it past the defenders, not quite. Hits a little wide of the net, but it's still in a very dangerous position for UDEM. Drops it right in front of the net, goes back towards the corner, however. Dr. Love? No. Bus. Captain Polo. Captain Polo is the name of the night when it comes to the knight in shining armor for UDEM. Able to make save after save. And it looks like he's taking the ball downfield, putting as much offensive pressure onto this last 30 seconds of the match as possible. UDEM have to go super aggressive in order to make something work, and Dr. Love just landing wide of the ball, but looks like no follow-up is coming out. This is a test of endurance. We've already seen these players at their strongest. Now it's just a matter of staying stronger than the opponents. Sakuyoshi with a 0-second goal, and it lands in. Truman State take themselves to match point with a 2-0 game 5. Just one more. It's a lot harder than it sounds, though, mind you. Truman State have made playoffs before, but never this deep into bracket. We hope to go even further. One more game. You got that, Pikachu.
There's a there's oh yeah.
Interesting, putting this ball into the offense. Oh, and then a very unfortunate touch coming out from UDEM, putting one on the board for Truman State in just the first 7 seconds. Oh, very unfortunate. Truman State are up in their match game. Up for their match point. UDEM have backs against the walls. How can they show more here? Well, just that. JJ with a beautiful double tap coming out off the backboards. Just immaculate mechanics right there. Just able to slot it in from the backboard alone. This is looking to be a very high scoring game. Bus able to swat it over towards the midfield. Captain Polo making a pass looked like towards Bus, and that unfortunate touch is costing for Montreal, but giving for Truman State. I will admit, Neo Tokyo is probably one of the prettiest maps, especially with the very reflective ground materials. A double fake coming out for Truman State, leaving Drayson as the last one back. Whew, in a very dangerous position, TSU is. But they managed to make their way out of it. For the time being, Dr. Love making an incredible touch across the field, putting Truman into defense once again. Jay able to knock that ball mid-air and trying to regress that ball into a dangerous position. Once again, Sakuyoshi making a back pass towards Bus, using the backboard as a catalyst, and looks like Bus making a pass over towards Drayson. Sakuyoshi was demoed, but that is actually to our advantage, as he is now back in the perfect spot to make the defense. And not once but twice swatted away from the hands of University of Montreal. They knocking the ball towards mid. That is not to their advantage. Shot does go a little wide, luckily for them. But they are down one score. They're able to deflect it, and it looks like Captain Polo is making it just shy. And Drayson able to... Oh no! The ball lands just wide, hitting the corner shelf. And a 50 coming out from Drayson and Polo. Pinch coming out, allowing Sakuyoshi to start making a play. Able to tap the ball out towards mid very gently, setting up Bus for a shot. Unfortunately, it does 50 with JJ. And Captain Polo trying to go on the aggressive here, trying to make something happen for the Canadian team. Just making a pre-jump, trying to read the ball, but Dr. Love actually faking the ball there. Oh, and very unfortunately, it looks like the save is not able to be made from Captain Polo. I'm not sure if it was just low boost or what. Ah, yes, he did run out of boost, it looked like. Or perhaps he was on the wrong side of the ball. Either way, this is a 2-score deficit in favor of Truman State University, with 2 minutes left on the clock. Anything can happen here. A double 50 is one of them. No, a triple 50. The shot on net lands just wide, but it is allowing University of Montreal to exhibit some offensive pressure. Ball is going to roll around the corner, allowing Captain Polo to catch it and make a play from it, but Drayson and Bus already both back. Drayson catching the ball and trying to pinch it into the corner. Oh, and a double tap coming out. An exquisite play from Captain Polo. The pace of this game is ramping up. In this game number 5. No, this is game number 6. My apologies. 1:49 left on the clock. We've seen this position several times. Truman up 3-2, sorry. With about 2 minutes left on the clock. Grayson knocking in corner, allowing Sakuyoshi to aggress the ball. Does happen to whiff a little bit, but nothing dangerous coming from the ball quite yet. Grayson making a shot towards net, but it does get swatted out by Dr. Love. Captain Polo reaggressing the attack. Bus as the first receiver knocks it out, giving it to Drayson. Sakuyoshi taking the ball once again. Trying to be as delicate with the ball as we can. Trying to delay long enough to make the time the most threatening factor for the University of Montreal. Bus whiffing and Sakayoshi getting bumped, but Bus able to recover and get the demo against Captain Polo. And now it's just the game of delaying. A missed half volley. Looks like a shot on net, but it is landing a bit wide. Bus driving this ball up against the wall and pushing it up. Captain Polo there to meet it, but Sakayoshi just sitting underneath, ready to receive. Grayson has last defender, not anymore, as Bus starts coming up from behind. Ooh. Sakayoshi accidentally centering the ball for you to EM. Nothing coming on. And with John's small misplay coming out from Bus, but score is tied with 20 seconds left on the clock. This can go any side. Kickoff is very important. Now Sakayoshi able to take the ball, drive it past 2 defenders, perhaps the third, no, and collapse in favor of UDEM. Very low boost situation, 0 seconds about to be on the clock. It's in the corner and launches into overtime. JJ missing the redirect, giving possession to Bus, who's able to put it past 1 defender, but Captain Polo able to put it past 2 of our own. Drayson now having possession of the ball, letting it into the comforting arms of JJ, but at the cost of his own life. That's up to Bus to delay, as his teammates rotate back in and recover from their previous setups. Sakayoshi able to get a long clear with that drop to bounds. Looks like Dr. Love accidentally setting up Drebe for the shot. Sakayoshi trying to redirect it into the net. Bus last defender back, able to keep the offensive pressure while the other 2 get boosts and rotate back in. Grayston driving it up the corner, putting it past 1 defender once again. Similar situation as we've seen before, and Sakayoshi able to follow up. Dr. Love is last defender back. No, it's Captain Polo and JJ, all 3 making it their ways back to the net. Captain Polo trying to set up his teammates, but to no avail. Drayson once again takes the ball, and Sakayoshi... Whew. A shot towards net lands a bit wide, but it bounces back into the arms of Sakayoshi. Drayson able to keep the ball over towards this side of the field. And Bus following up once again, pinching it out towards mid for Sakayoshi to intercept. Does manage to keep the ball here, but Captain Polo is now in possession. Now JJ taking a shot on net. No, it's a 50 pinch out towards the midfield. Rides up the ceiling, and Drayson able to read that perfectly. Passing it over to Bus, passing it into the net, but no. 2 defenders already there. They did double up, but the ball was saved. Nothing coming of it from either team. Sakayoshi able to get a demo on Captain Polo. Drayson riding it up the wall. Unfortunately, awkward recovery coming out. So now it's Sakayoshi to pass it over to Drayson. High caliber kind of situation. Out of boost leaves the UDEM with no options to spring on an attack from that, and an open net, putting it in. 4 on the board for Truman State University, beating out UDEM in game number 6, taking it all the way home. That was a tight series, going 2 minutes in overtime nonetheless. Just an incredible match coming out from both teams tonight. My goodness. That was intense. Thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight and watching this immaculate game. Scoreline was 4-3 for Truman State. And Truman State taking it all the way and letting themselves in the grand finals of NACE playoffs, conference number 9. Join us next week as we'll be facing up against the University of Tennessee. I believe it is... Yep, University of Tennessee. They narrowly beat out their opponents, who I believe were Bentley University. And so join us next week. They went the series just as we did. They did it in 7 games, but we did it in 6. Does that mean anything in our favor? Find out. Also, join us this Thursday as we will be streaming Super Smash Brothers NACE playoffs for Truman State's varsity team. I hope to see you all there and have a wonderful night.